Alright, for a little special demonstration I'm showing is my Panasonic Performance Plus Platinum model MC-UG583. That's what says it right in the back. So, I've had this now for almost 3 years. I picked it up from the thrift store for 15 bucks, and this was the condition it was in when I found it. Did not came with any attachments, but other than that, it's in pretty good condition. I mean, it's not that too dirty. The bag isn't, it's not full, but still has quite a bit of power to it, and for the fact that the belt works, which is actually becoming quite rare to show here in the shed. But yeah, the belt does work. Yeah, I know the brush was kind of dirty, but the bristles are in really good condition to where it can easily be serviced up. This is one of those models where you can just take the bottom plate out without having to get a screwdriver and anything like that. And similar to like on the Taconi machines and even the Duskier models as well, it has like a belt protector, not just from right here but also on here as well. I actually prefer vacuums that don't have like the edge cleaning on the side here, because I just, from experience, they just don't do that too well. Anyways, overall, if this were to be completely cleaned up, it would honestly look like brand new. I even bought the correct bags for it, which would be the U-12 ones, where they're pretty similar to the Kenmore U bags that have like the plastic color on top of here, because I remember that's what these had when these were sold brand new. And I even did bought a new filter for it as well, new old stock, when I had the chance, since they don't make parts for these anymore ever since Panasonic left the market. So really happy to have it. I wanted one of these for a very long time. My old local vacuum store that I used to go to a lot was a Panasonic dealer and sold quite a bit of these. My buddy believed that these were the best uprights that you can get with attachments on board for the money, and I actually do agree. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do love its competitors that they sold back in the day, like Riccar and Simplicity, but why would I buy a Riccar or Simplicity where you can get this for way less? It offers much more than, say, like what a Simplicity Symmetry entry that I have, that I recently showed, would have offered, where it's got a more powerful 12-amp motor, a metal brush roll with 3 rows of bristles, metal bottom plate, better filtration, etc. I would have said it's also had a vac gauge as well, but for whatever reason this one doesn't have it. I know for a fact that, at least from when my buddy still had a shop, I have seen these models with a motor bypass valve in it. I guess they took that out when they were cutting costs, if I were to guess, but yes, they did have that. I know the red model didn't, which would be the step up over this. With, they claimed it had a Triforce motor, but it didn't. But instead of having the motor protection bypass valve, it did have a check bag indicator gauge in front. And then not to mention the clutch, which of course this one doesn't have. But nonetheless, this was one of the top of the line machines that they sold back in the day from Panasonic. And it's, of course, it was one of the models that I really wanted to have as well. Well, actually, I guess you could say all of them for these particular type of colors that they decided to switch over. So I have the yellow one, which kind of hard to see, but my buddy did in fact sold those before, and all the other models that he did as well. So that's why I would love to collect and find all the other ones as well. And I especially would love to find one that was a step below this. So mechanically it's the same thing, like it has the same nozzle and such, but it didn't have the onboard hose and attachments. I also remembered it did saying it had a Triforce motor, which I'm also betting it didn't. But it was in a lighter blue color. I don't think my buddy sold that one, but that's another one that I would love to find as well. So anyways, that being said, as I mentioned earlier, this would be a special demonstration because I got quite a bit of mess here to vacuum up from the Cirrus video I just got done taping. And with a working belt, this would be perfect. I know someone once asked a while ago if I could do a demonstration of a vacuum picking up something like shredded paper, for example. I honestly wouldn't, because I don't like having to fill up a bag, especially if it was bagless to where I'd have to empty and clean it out. But this is definitely an exception because I got to clean this rug up anyways before I store it away for the day. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and plug this in. So as you can see here, this is a Panasonic cord. Yeah, this is actually one of the companies where they actually made their own cords, which I really do like. One of my all-time favorite cords as well, particularly you find on the cord rewind models. So anyways, let's go ahead and turn this on. Not perfect. It's got a little bit of stuff left on the carpet, but maybe the next machine I'll show could pick it all up, but it's not really the machine I would prefer to use for my overall daily cleaning. So anyways, hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.